This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
As you guys know, Robbie Williams announced a very big show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He announced a very big show in Croke Park. He's doing a show in Croke Park.
What?
And obviously he comes over to announce because he needs to sell like 100,000 tickets. And he was asked, you know, those generic questions.
Yes.
He said, what makes Irish crowds so special? And this is what he said.
The blood, the history, the wildness, the unique spirit that the souls here have. There's something about Celts that is highly unusual and highly intoxicating. All wild, all up for the crack, all performers. You know, everybody here is a comedian.
Yeah.
Everybody here has personality.
No mention of our storytelling abilities.
How dare he?
How dare he?
I thought he was going to go there.
Zero mention. The lack of respect shown to our ability to tell stories. I just thought that was disgraceful.
We do it so naturally.
We do it so
naturally.
naturally, so seamlessly.
And he just everyone here is a comedian. No, they're not. A select few of maybe the most intelligent people in the country are comedians.
Yeah.
That's it. There's the creme de la creme.
There's a blend of the most intelligent and the most egregious.
And yes.
Some of the most intelligent, but all the worst people you could ever meet have become comedians.
Exactly. And we don't know which ones we are. We don't know which ones we are.
I know which ones you two are.
I know which one you are.
I know which one you are, but so am I.
I know what's wrong with you to be a comedian. I haven't figured out what's wrong with you yet.
You're going to find out.
You know what's wrong with me, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know a lot about what's wrong with you.
They're attractive. They're very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around. Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy. That's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Ding dong, merry Ron high.
Merry
the
Ron high.
Glugs are glowing.
And Christmas is coming. And don't forget, why not bring an extra bit of Christmas cheer to your dinner table this Christmas with the Re-Raw Christmas crackers with jokes inside written by some of our leading comedians, including all three young hot guys and a few other people who don't matter. And all the profits from those Christmas crackers, you're going to buy Christmas crackers anyway, why not buy these ones? Because all the profits go to Alone, a little offering never ends, supporting the elderly in our communities.
That's right. You can go to re-raw.com/shop.
Or just Google Re-Raw and then you'll find it there.
Yeah, it's easy.
Ryan eggshells.
Thanks for sponsoring the podcast.
Hi, welcome to the podcast. Today we are professional outfit recording our podcast. We are not professional because you know what we did?
Yeah.
We skirted over our 1 year anniversary like nothing happened.
We didn't.
No.
It's gone.
You're joking me.
It's gone. This podcast is over 1 year old. Happy birthday, young hot guys.
You can legally drink. Or no.
Well, one.
Or you can,
well, what's podcast years? Like dog years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
I know that's a bit of a dead end, but look, thank you for listening to us all over the year.
Dead ends and all.
Today is our impromptu one year anniversary special.
It's my 111th birthday.
Let's take a look back at some of our best bits.
Do you know, candles, they're so smelly. What did you think about that, Tony?
And then, of course, the time that Tony told us about what it's like being a busy father on the go.
Just second guessing the whole thing, really. And then when Shane was excited about his holiday.
I actually honestly can't wait. I'm so excited about my holiday. I can't wait, guys. My holiday's coming up.
And you and Raymond have an in-joke, don't you? About having a drink or something.
We say yes, dos pina coladas.
What a year it's been.
Really blessed memories.
So much
I'd forgotten some of that stuff.
I'd forgotten.
You forget. We just lay this down.
Thanks
and then I just go to the room.
Thanks for putting that together, Hilary. Really appreciate it. The seamless editing.
Thank you, everybody, genuinely for listening. Can I say that, you know, when I was a kid, I would do little skits, right? I one time did a very long impression of the American tourists at the Templars Church in Wexford.
Oh, very good.
And
very well known bit.
It was a big.
It became one of the more famous.
And all like
comedy.
My aunties and my mum's cousins and all would go, "Oh, I'm not saying anything around him. Can't say a thing around him." And now that's turned into don't say that in your podcast now.
Yes.
But last night I was really tickled when my mother said, Now, Shane, how she referred to the podcast, she said, "Now, Shane, don't be saying this in your program." And
that's cute.
I just loved it.
Your
program. We had a group birthday dinner. We call it the joint in our family. For many people's birthdays, that was 4 birthdays at once. And my mother barely attended. A joint.
Blaze it up.
Yeah, the joint. We blaze it up, folks. That's
That's what my granddad said one time. He said,
My mother
on Sundays we used to have a joint.
Oh yeah. It's always a pleasure.
Mad.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Are other people's mothers like this? She barely attended the event because she kept running around to go busy herself with other things.
Yeah.
And then we moved from the table to the sitting room, and then she said to my dad, "No, let them go up there and they can chat, and then we'll join them. They're not interested in us." And it was like as if we were teens, a teen birthday party.
Not interested in us.
It was like, will you
Artist
just sit
liaison over there, just fucking corralling everyone in.
Why are they doing that? Running around determined not to attend the event.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's super
God.
cute. My dad said something very complimentary about us, which you may as well hear on our 1-year anniversary.
Was it about our physique? Because your dad's so ripped.
No.
Did he say something like "All lions roar, but the true speaker is the man of the forest"?
Yeah, he said, "Can I tell you something about your podcast?" And
Yeah.
then he said that shit.
Yeah.
All lions roar. But you 3 are sheep who also roar. No. He said, I was watching that podcast 2 years now, and that Shane Daniel fella. Honestly, I think he's one of the funniest, right? I think he's one of the funniest comedians. But he
and
said,
then what did he say?
and he
Thank
said,
you.
Shane
And then
Daniel's one of the funniest. No, this is where your compliment comes in, right? He said, I was watching that and I thought, Jesus, now I might be a bit biased. I don't think there is a greater concentration of Irish talent than in that room right there.
Ah, look at that.
And that's an unbiased.
That's an
opinion.
unbiased
That's
opinion.
it.
Oh, gee, thanks so much, Mr. Cantwell. Thanks so much for that.
Yeah.
Gee, we're just trying our best up here.
And he said it like Morgan Freeman, the way he does with his very,
Yeah.
like my voice, but older with
Yeah.
kind of a slower pace,
Like my voice, but older, slower pace, different timbre. Like a very
Kinda like
different.
Morgan
Tony
Freeman.
Tony
Sort
would
of,
be different.
different
Yeah.
pitch,
Yeah.
different
Exactly the
everything,
same,
really.
but very different,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's unbelievable.
it's very complex, and he knows podcasts.
He knows podcasts.
Yeah. So look, there's a lot to celebrate, and hopefully, I don't know where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I was going to maybe spill the beans on some of the things we want to make in the new year, but I think we'll actually wait until we have those things more set in stone.
We are going to make.
Yeah, how we're going to move into new mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're
as
hoping
well.
to, because obviously we had that AI podcast and we were looking into just being exclusively AI
Yes.
for the rest of it.
People can just record our voice. We'll give it prompts.
Yeah, we give it
Absolutely.
prompts.
We've
and then
learned that.
That'll be that, really.
Thanks for listening to the AI podcast. We got lots of interesting feedback
Thank
on
you
it.
very
People
much
were
for
like,
that.
that was good or that was shit. So thank you for listening, and
change
we're
Scott's
happy
day
to
offline.
support Science Week. Oh no, we didn't get that many bad things.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice. I mean, it
Are you
wasn't...
going to apologise for not being? Oh no, we can do that in the bonus.
Yeah, well...
Sorry,
I mean,
that's not for you guys. It's for just the bonus.
well, you were talking about some fun, exciting things that we're doing. But at the very start of January, we have our show in the Olympia. I
This
think
is
we
true.
should shout it out because people are... Christmas is a presence now. It's a presence.
It's a presence now.
It's creeping. It's coming. You're going into the
Pardon the
shops
pun.
and you're hearing some songs and you're going...
Town
and you're
is full
seeing-
Christmas. I was in
town
town
and
last
it's
night.
there
It's full
and
Christmas.
it's out and it's come out, and so it's like that's kind of happening. So people are like, what will I get? What's your man? What will I get? Who will I get? What? Where's it gonna go?
Who
Well,
will I
there's-
get what? Like,
Exactly.
Who will I
So
get
get
what?
tickets to the Young Hot
Do you ever
Guys
have
Christmas
that?
show.
Yeah.
It's on a
Christmas
Christmas
show?
Yeah, it's a fucking full Christmas extravaganza.
Get them tickets to the Christmas show. It's at the end of January.
Some people put up their tree in November, whereas we have a Christmas show in late January. So that's kind of how we're doing it. If you can put up your tree in November, we can do a Christmas show extravaganza in January 21st and 22nd in Dublin's 3 Olympia.
3 Olympia.
Thanks so much to 3.
We wouldn't
I'm
be here without
stuck.
3.
I'm on that 3 network. I tell you, I'm going. What am I sticking around for?
Well,
I was writing at them a while ago and I had to talk to a man and I was like, Raymond had 5G and I was like, why don't I have 5G? And then I was fuming and then he was like, the guy, Pradesh, was helping me in Bangalore or wherever he lives, and then he was like, okay, so just do this. And he's like, and then restart your phone. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, it's a 5G. And I was like, yeah.
Thank you.
Shut up, Pradesh.
Literally
Shut
told you to
up.
turn it off and turn it
He's
back
like,
on.
how was my service today? I was like, 10. You were 10.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Well, can I air a grievance?
Please, I have a few grievances to
Okay,
air.
well, mine is with 3, okay? And look, I've been a 3 customer. I do enjoy their
You're a loyal
network.
customer, Tony.
I'm a loyal customer.
You're a loyal customer.
I have been with you for 10 years. I've actually been with you longer. I was with you in the UK, but it's a different operation over here. Now, listen.
As far as I understand.
As far as I understand. I was asking because I was wondering if I could... Anyway, no, I'm not, I was trying to get a SIM for like an iPad, right? My computer shit to bed, I got an iPad, which is what I was trying to get you to get for ages.
Yeah,
so we'll see if this actually works out that I can use as a... Anyway.
You were trying to get him
Were you
to
trying
be
to guinea pig me?
You were guinea pigging them.
I was.
Canary in the coal mine by getting them an iPad.
I wanted to see if you could utilise it to the full. Doesn't matter, you got the MacBook, doesn't matter. Listen.
I still want to get an iPad as well. I'm really looking forward to the next time I'm like real depressed, and then I'll, you know, when you do that, you're like, I'm just going to buy an iPad. And so why would I? It's the exact same as a
See,
phone.
this is changing the conversation.
Go to
Sometimes you need to
therapy.
look forward to getting depressed.
Yes.
If you're happy now, you can actually look forward.
Don't worry if you're happy, now. Don't worry.
There'll be a
Someday
nice bout
soon
of
you're
it.
going to be so miserable.
Yeah.
What will you get?
Squirrel a bit
An
away.
iPad that you can't afford.
Yeah.
Just do it.
That's what makes Shane happy.
It is. Yeah. Add to basket. Add to basket. Anyway, I was on to them. I was like, can I get a SIM card for the iPad? And they were like, oh, well, no, what you would do is you'd actually just get a new SIM and you'd have to pay a full thing for a SIM. And I'm like, well, that sounds fucking shit when I can actually tether off my phone. Anyway, she goes, well, I'll let you know this. Since you're a 3 customer, I can give you 5G broadband for only €20 a month.
They love talking about
And I was
that.
like, what? And I was like, what's the max speed? And they were like, well, you can get like, you know, I think it's like 3 gigabytes or whatever a second. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And is there a limit? Is there a limit on that? She goes, it's unlimited. And I'm like, so there's no limit on this? She goes, all you can eat.
What's the fair use policy?
This is the thing. Get on to because I asked directly, is there a limit on that? And she said no. And then she just said it's unlimited. Then I called Virgin and I was like, hey, I need to cancel my internet. And he was like, all right, why? I told him about the new deal. And he goes, all right, well, there's a fair usage on that. And I'm like, well, no, I asked her directly. I thought there was a fair usage, but she said directly that there wasn't, that it was unlimited. And he goes, look at that again. And then also what they would have been charging over that is 37 cents per megabyte over. And I use 1.4 terabytes a month, meaning I would have been paying €57 on top of that.
On
You
top of your
use
20.
1.4
On top of the-
terabytes a month.
Yeah, I do.
What the fuck are you doing?
Tony.
No,
Come on.
Anyway, I got back on the phone.
It's our
got-
year anniversary special.
Jesus
I
Christ.
got
You're
back on
doing
the blower.
fap noises.
I didn't make a fap noise. I'm sorry about whatever noise came out of my mouth. Anyway,
Is your
got back-
father still proud of you?
Yeah, he is. No higher concentration of
Greatest
talent
concentration
No,
of Irish talent in this room.
of Irish fap jokes.
Anyway, got back on the phone to 3 and I was like, hey, what's the story? That's not unlimited. And she goes, it is unlimited. And I'm like, it's not all you can eat. She goes, it is all you can eat. And I was like, yeah, but there's a fair usage applies. And she goes, yeah, that's 750 gigabytes. And I was like, okay, well, I use twice that. So will that work for me? And she goes, well, it's up to you whether you want to use 750 gigabytes. And I'm like, do you not think that you lied when I directly asked you? And I know it's not your fault. This is like the terminology that you use. But when I say unlimited, what do you think?
What does fair usage
Fair
mean?
usage means it's not unlimited and you can only use 750 gigabytes.
Then why was she comfortable lying to your face?
Why are they comfortable lying about that?
Because of the corporate capitalist grind these people have to exist in.
And I said to her, I was like,
She has KPIs, Killian.
and I was like, I feel bad
so
saying this to you, but like, if I ask, is it unlimited, and you say yes, what do you think I think that means? You know? And she's like, well, you know, and then again started. Anyway, I was wasting her time and wasting my time. But I have a fucking gripe with you 3. Get rid of this word unlimited. How dare you have such a large, like, unlimited.
All you can eat data.
All you can eat data.
All you can eat data. Ring your dad at Christmas. 3.
Call your dad. Talk about men. Talk about mental health with all you can eat data. Talk to your granddad tonight.
Getting your
Over the
last
bar.
few bits this Christmas.
Yeah.
3.
The Young Hot Guys Christmas Show extravaganza.
January 21st,
January 21st.
22nd. The 3 Olympia. I want my prescription out of Specsavers because I want to buy glasses that don't exist in Specsavers. And they are holding on to that as if it's the third secret of Fatima.
You know what you're gonna
My
have to do?
information.
Wait,
Get
your
on a plane.
prescription?
Yeah, so
They won't give it to you.
They don't know. I rang them and then they were like, oh no, you have to, there's one close to me and I rang a new one and they were like, no, you have to go where you got tested. I was like, okay. Rang them and they were like, oh yeah, we'll have to send you an email and then you think, and then they send you an email that's your full GDPR request of all your data they hold on you. And I was like, right, whatever. That link was broken. But both these people said, the email said, the phone call said, if you go to your store, they'll give it to you. Went to the store. of a Saturday or of a Sunday.
So you're taking time out of your weekend.
Taking
You're busy
time
then.
out of
You're
my
busy.
busy.
Yeah,
I'm a
weekend
busy
now.
man.
He's a busy man.
And I said, I want my prescription. And I was ready to go for a
Yeah.
scrap.
Yeah.
And I said, I would like a copy of my prescription, please. Thank you. And she said, oh. And I said, oh, here we go. Says
I
I, here we
know,
go.
here we go.
Here we go, says I rolled up my sleeves. And I was carrying a bag. I had to put that down. You know what was in there? Flowers and champagne. Look, that's neither here nor there.
Well, no, I mean, was
Were
that
you-
for when you got your prescription and
It
you were going to
wasn't about the
celebrate?
prescription, but I will
Celebrating
tell
the
you.
fight. He's so vindictive
He was
now.
so confident that you were going to win.
Yeah. I'm just adding texture to the story that I was carrying flowers and champagne.
Inside, there's a group of
Celebrating a
people.
fight.
I got the prescription.
Yes.
It was in a bag for life.
Yeah.
A nice one from Marks. So
Okay.
M&S. So Marks and Sparks.
No.
Marks and Spencer. And then
One more.
then she's like, oh well, the optician has just left, so she can't sign it for you. And I went, and I said, this is the third attempt I have made to get this. And I was like, I was told each time I can come to the store and get it, and now I'm in the store and you tell me I can't get it, and it's my prescription. And then she went, okay, come over here. We went over to the podium. And then she said, what's your name? I said, told her
Shane Daniel.
her my name.
Shane Daniel.
I just used Byrne in that instance. I told her my name, and then she was like, "Grand." She looks through a little record card drawer she has, and then I was like, "Grand." This is after I'd done the big speech about like I want to get my prescription. Let me out of here.
Something inside so strong. Is that what you're singing?
Now my brother, who's famously a little bitch to me yesterday, he was like,
Famously,
"Well, she
was a little
can't.
bitch to you yesterday.
He can't.
It's known.
He can't. She can't give it to you." And I was like, I understand the constraints this woman's in. I understand. But I know that she's just working there. But the quickest way to get this irate man out of your hair is just write down on a piece of...
That's your limit on the story.
That's a
unfortunately.
real
Yeah,
shame,
sorry,
guys. Sorry about
that
that.
was
Well,
the
hopefully
limit.
we can get it.
Just
Yeah.
write down. Anyway, then she goes through the whole thing. We do a whole thing. And I'm like, right, we're moving. She's going to just do it. She's going to just do it. And then she says, we go through the whole process. And then she goes, okay, so I can print your prescription. I said, grand. She's like, and we'll leave it here for collection tomorrow. And you can come in tomorrow and get it. And I was like,
So you have to come in again.
I said, excuse me. I was like, why are we having this conversation? I was like, what are we doing over here? And then she was like, well, I was like, why did you bring me over here if you can't give it to me? And then she was like, I was like, you're wasting my time again. And then I was like, calm down, don't be mean to the woman. She's doing it. And she was smiling and she knew. She's obviously been through this 1,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
What they're doing is they're holding onto your prescription so that you can't buy glasses anywhere else.
Oh,
So we
100%.
know what they're doing. And Specsavers was set up by a family. It was a family business originally and they're worth several billion now. The
British,
children
and
work
all the
on that.
money's going
My
over
dad
there.
told me that he researched it. It's British money, yes.
British money,
British
and they get
money.
all that money from
And
the
there's
HSE for
millions of Irish
eye
people
tests.
walking around the streets bumping into things because they're not getting their prescription off Specsavers. Obviously, we saw recently one of them just yesterday was refereeing the match between Ireland and England when he didn't give a very clear stonewall penalty for Evan Ferguson. This is a man who just wants his prescription from Specsavers.
Should have gone to Specsavers. Before we move on to that awful, most heinous night, I want to air a grievance with Specsavers if that is all right.
I just want to say that at the end then she said that I printed it and collect it up tomorrow and she'll sign tomorrow. And I said, well, is there anything else I have to do now? And she went, no. And I just turned around and walked off. I did feel when as soon as I got to the steps, I said, I feel bad for not saying thank you. But look,
I know.
You didn't say thank you.
Well, why this? Because I'm frustrated. It's the principle of the thing. I'm like, that's mine. This woman who's not healthcare professional, she has more access to my personal information than I do.
Do you know what GDPR
That's
stands
a
for?
fucking disgrace.
They go low,
GDPR
we go
stands
high.
for gives that prescription, right? That's what you should have said to her.
Yeah, I said, give us that prescription,
Here's that
right?
prescription, right? That's what GDPR. Well, you have your GDPR. I actually have my GDPR as well. And it stands for gives that prescription right now. It's actually GDPR.
Well, I'm going in after this. I'm going in after this, and I'm going to go in filming.
Right
and I'm going to
now?
go in film, say, just like you know, I am filming now. Can I have my prescription, please?
This is my legal right to
Can
be
I have my
filming this
prescription,
process.
please? I'm prime citizen.
I'm
prime citizen.
particularly liberal.
no,
citizen
thank
journalist.
you.
I'm a citizen journalist.
And that means I can do whatever I like.
What are
whatever I
these lozenges? What's going on? Why are you selling them? What's going on here?
I want to know.
Are they
Anyway,
real?
I did then. I looked up Specsavers on Blue Sky to see if anyone's been chatting about Specsavers on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky's the new Twitter thing,
And there
is
was a woman saying, an optician saying, well, I'm worried that Specsavers has just opened down the road from us. We can't compete with their prices. Hopefully we can beat them on family service and good service. And I said, yes, let us try our best to support our independent opticians and fuck Specsavers, fuck the man, and fuck that Specsavers family, whatever they're called, and the children who've now been cushy jobs and millionaire lifestyles. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Young hot guys are coming for you. And Tony,
well, you know, I did an ad for
Tony
Specsavers.
Yeah, Tony famously did an ad for Specsavers. So
Which I want to.
Yeah, but
Can
that's
I-
laundering. I said that.
I
It's
know,
laundering.
which I want to now say, and I've said it a couple of times on my podcast, but this is a much larger reach, okay? I want to say I did an ad for Specsavers when I needed money, and I feel so bad that I did that and I let people down because I've been talking for years about how much I hate Specsavers. I've always not liked
The
Specsavers.
children had no nappies.
I
it
was
didn't
a
have
children.
any
It was a hard
arms. It
time.
didn't have any arms to rub together.
Well, do you know what?
I don't know what an
was
arm is.
Isn't that something?
No arms for the poor.
Arms for the poor.
Yeah. Didn't have 2 shillings to rub together. Is that it?
Yeah, arms. I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, I had enough arms, man.
Right.
Anyway, I did the ad and I was like, oh, look at me, I'm in Specsavers. And I felt so fucking disgusted with myself the whole time. Even and especially after I got paid too much to do it. Anyway,
Yeah, but that's money coming into money laundered away from us into a small business.
You did
You'll
say this
pay
to me
back
at the
into
time.
Irish
Yeah, you did
products.
say this to me
and
at the
then
time.
that'll get them.
Tony
Goes back
famously,
into the
he
exchequer.
wouldn't be using Amazon or anything like that. Tony would be
No, I
pumping
do
that
use
money straight
Amazon.
in.
But anyway,
Like straight
Stop
back in.
talking about
I
that.
do use Amazon. Everyone uses Amazon. I don't use it a lot. I use it a lot less than I used to because I feel bad, but I still do use it. But anyway, also I went into Specsavers. They gave me some free glasses as part of the deal, as part of the cushy deal to make my, to satiate my whatever. Anyway, I went in. They gave me some
Your
glasses.
avarice.
My what?
Your avarice.
My avarice, yeah. So they let me pick out some glasses. So I didn't even like the glasses, but I picked the most expensive ones because I was like, all right,
Good
whatever.
for you,
Yeah.
Tony.
Victor Rolf.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
Victor Rolf. I
I'll
had
have
them
that one.
after a week. They broke. Right,
Go
brought
away.
them into a different Specsavers. I'm like, look, I got these. I did a video, just like you know.
You probably recognise.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh well, if you got them in another place, you have to return them there. I'm like, okay. And then I was already planning on going into Optica, right, to get some new glasses.
Yes.
That's a lovely family operation, right?
Okay.
And the Specsavers again moved over there, right? And I went.
Are they the
going,
gay ones on Kildare Street?
No, they're not gay.
There's gay ones.
No,
I'm
they're
gonna
not.
go there.
There are gay. Yeah, there are gay ones, but there's straight ones too.
That's great.
Went straight optician pride. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but sometimes
When's it-
sometimes queer people do like to support queer business the way
That's-
Irish people support Irish local
Yeah.
business. Sometimes we do try and
In the
support
same way
those.
we exclusively support straight businesses.
Is
Killian.
there, if anyone's listening, is there a gay handyman? I would love that because I'm scared of getting a handyman to come and do the stuff because I will be turned into his boy. So if there's any gay handyman,
Sure.
that would be grand. And probably give him a blowjob. But no, sorry. No. I'll pay him with my money.
Anyway, long story short, I went to Specsavers to get the prescription so I could get new glasses in Optica. I went in, asked for the prescription. They said, we can't give it to you. And I was like, why not? Because you got your eyes tested somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, if I were to buy glasses here, surely you'd whip out that fucking prescription and be able to give me glasses right
Girl.
here, wouldn't you? And she
Same.
was like, oh, well, I didn't say fuck. And she goes, oh, yeah, but GDPR. And I'm like, I tell you what, you've my file there, don't you? You walk away and I'm just going to take a picture of the prescription. And she goes, oh. And she walked away and I just took a picture
You
of
did
it.
it?
No,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Hey, it's pretty badass. And then I went in and then I forged the signature of the optician and committed fraud and wrote it down again to get glasses. Because it's a bullshit
No,
thing.
good for you. Because that
What
is-
if I don't want a
that's
new prescription?
weaponizing.
Yeah.
That's weaponizing legislation at an EU level that is there to protect us and protect our information and protect our thing. But if you can't weaponize it into a sales thing of like, if we make it so hard to get it, they can only buy glasses for us. We will be the only glasses provider in the world. For the world shall be blind.
What if you're okay?
Look, you got
What if
some
I
passion
don't
about
want-
that. You okay?
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, you kind of
I can't
something.
breathe.
Kind of went into a bit of a devil thing.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Something possessed me.
You got so into the character that you actually became the devil himself.
I think I got excited about the idea of a joke of like that kind of like it was like Dante's Inferno, a metaphor style
yes.
thing. I don't know. I got so excited about my own intelligence and intellect.
Consultants are the new thing that everyone's kind of hating at the moment. So I mean, if I was against something, I'd say
Why are you hating
there's-
consultants?
Well, just because they do, like I don't know. It's kind of
Be
Hoopers
careful
like-
because I feel like a lot of Accenture bros listen to this podcast.
yeah.
We don't want
okay.
to lose
They
their
all
Hey,
just
hey,
they all just
Hey,
sat up there
Are
as
you
they
guys listening? Yeah.
Listen,
Your jobs
go.
are fake. Okay,
Hey.
fake jobs. There's a great book called "Bullshit Jobs" by David Graeber, a wonderful anthropologist, and he makes this kind of theory. He puts forward the theory that most of the jobs in the world, not most of them, but a solid percentage of them are completely pointless. And
Not podcast influencers though. of course.
no, that's like
That's
you
like
know,
S
on a
tier.
very granular
Yeah.
level. This is a very
Sorry, go on,
important
please.
job.
we are
But
the-
yeah,
we are
I
the
feel like that's
court
kind
We are
of
the court jester,
something
the truth
that's coming
sayers.
to the fore at the moment. Like I think a lot of people know. I've done jobs where I'm like, I could not do this, and it probably wouldn't matter. Like nothing would. everything would be fine. I'm really just sitting here kind of doing something, pushing a button or something like that.
Were you in a sort of I should buy an iPad right now kind of mood at the time? You felt that? Nothing would happen if I just disappeared.
My friend was working
on the face of the earth.
in this job one time, and like the whole department was watching movies. It was some insurance company or something like that, and somehow they'd all got like sectioned off to this weird department where they would complete their work in like an hour on Monday morning, and then for the rest of the week they would just watch movies on their phones and like pretend to be typing, and they'd log in. He watched series after series, and then eventually someone copped on. Like it was like they got to do this for like a month or something like that, just doing nothing for ages. I mean, that's glorious.
They got too greedy, though.
I think they got too greedy.
You have to be careful. It's like there's delicious bits of work in an office job where you're doing other things. It's just such. I get that done now, and you actually feel so. You're like, oh, whatever it is. You book your NCT. You pay the toll. Little things you just do. Your little life admin. And it's 10 o'clock in the morning, you're like, I haven't even opened my fucking inbox.
Yeah.
And you just go in and do your other stuff.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's great. The big illusion, isn't it?
But everyone has headphones on in offices now. And people are when you're working in an office and you ask someone something, they have their headphones on and you go, like, sorry, Killian, the look that headphone person will give you as if you've just gone into their home and opened up their kitchen presses. Like, they're like, what they look like, to pull out the earphone, they're like, Sorry, what was it? It's like
I was literally listening to the Young Hot Guys podcast, their live show, their Christmas extravaganza.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not a Christmas extravaganza.
But it's like people are they scowl at you as if you've just gone in and like pulled down their trousers. It was like, I'm asking you a question at work because we are actually working.
It's awkward for both people.
I know no one wants to work and stuff, but like we have to do it.
No, yeah.
Unfortunately, I remember the number one spoofer job I ever saw was, I think he worked for like the Cleveland Browns or something. Met this American outside.
Is that a team?
Yeah, an NFL team. And he was
Browns.
The Browns, yeah. And we were like the color brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Brown. Are you all right, listening? I'm saying brown an awful lot. brown.
Not brown. Brown. No, we met him outside like the pub somewhere, and he was trying to crack on to a mate of mine. And she was, but he kept like buying us drinks, and he was a very loud, gregarious, in his late 40s American guy.
Oh, really?
And he showed us his card, and it was like Cleveland Browns vibe director. And he was basically the person that would just bring people out. And he was basically just like fucking Van Wilder. Like, he would just bring people to parties and stuff like that. And he was there like bringing people around Dublin. I think there were maybe the Cleveland Browns were playing. I don't know why he was there. But we ended up going back to the Morrison Hotel with him, and he was like buying rounds of drinks. But his friends were like down the keys. But I could hear his friends being like, "These are actual children. You need to like, you know."
No, I'm the vibe director.
Yeah, and
you know that lots of people are vibe directors. So if you're in consultancy or you know someone works, if they work in client experience, they're a vibe director. That's what that is.
If you had to be a client experience.
Hey, sorry, check us out having this like up-to-date modern corporate podcast.
This is very good.
And such cutting satire, resame.
Vibe directors.
Sorry, even resame that was in keeping with cutting satire and office talk, so I'm proud of that.
We fucking love this. Look, what a celebration of 1 year doing this shit.
What a great way to celebrate 1 year. Did you want to say something, little
fella? Just about the role of vibe director. Is it they're good vibes only, or are they maintaining the good vibes, or when the vibes are really bad, let's say like someone in the office dies or something like that, must they also be sort of directing the vibes of bad times?
I think they have to.
Like, are they buying the flowers and
I think they have to maintain a positive vibe at all times. So if someone were to die, if there was like maybe a player died in the Cleveland Browns, he might have to come in and like hit the nuclear button, come out like fucking...
Come in dressed as a clown.
Yeah, you know.
Walk in, everything's okay.
Yeah. But he was, if you were a client experience...
cycling a tiny tricycle, and they're like, yeah, man, no, like, you know... Your man just died. Like, can we just not do this today? Good vibes only, guys. Remember, we're going to be playing Twister at lunchtime today.
It really is a sacred role, the vibe director.
The vibe director.
To that eternal balance must be kept, and it must be the custodian of the vibe. The vibe director takes such care and devotion. It's really a calling.
It is a calling. If you were a vibe director, what would you do? What would your night out in Dublin be?
My soon-to-be sister-in-law, shout out to her, Ellen. Hello,
Ellen.
She's a listener of the podcast. Thanks so much for listening, Ellen. She was talking.
You're a VIP
they're getting married.
Thank you for listening to the program.
If they do stags and hens, it was like they have like basically the same friends anyway. So what if they do something like all the lads go out and then the girls go out and then they all meet up somewhere later? And I was just like, that's a fun idea. But I was thinking about Dublin and I was like, Yeah, but where, babe? Where do you? Let's head off to a late spot. Like where? Like there's nothing left in this town. We're bereft of a little dance.
Whelan's smoking area.
Whelan's. I mean, that's look. No, Whelan's is. There. I love it. It's so handy. I just think it's so handy.
Shane loves it because it's
handy.
close to his house, and I love it because it's close to my house. So
Please don't dox me.
yeah, well, I mean that you live. Yeah, no, I won't. That's true. Be terrible.
Anyway, so the new Vodafone Whelans. Imagine they just like a new phone company just took over. Like, all of our
what would
favourite
Whelans
pubs.
be?
Three Whelans.
Three Whelans.
It would be wheelies.
It would be Threelands.
Threelands.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Feeling.
just to what do they call it? Corrections and clarifications they have in the newspaper. I have one from my dad. He was not wearing sambas. He was wearing gazelles.
Oh, okay.
So sambas are the ones ruined by Rishi Sunak, wasn't it? The runners.
What are
Yes.
they? Oh,
Gazelles, yeah. I can't picture the difference in my head right now.
Well,
know
there is a
either
difference.
of them
He
are.
was wearing gazelles, so that's a clarification. And thank you, and do let us know if you have any clarifications and corrections.
Thank you.
Do send them in.
I love that we've
YHG Pod on
had-
Instagram or Young Hot Guy. What is it called? What's
Young-
our email address?
YHGpod@gmail.com.
No, we have one with I had stuff.
YHG at headstuff.com. We don't actually know. So
Don't know.
email us in to let us know what our email is.
If you press the
if
email
you know-
button on our Instagram, you'll
Yeah.
see it there. Actually,
please
but I don't
just
know
let
what it is.
Keep
if
typing
we
in a
could
load
get
of
few people-
combinations until
Just
it.
try, just try as you might, and you'll eventually get there if you get through the whole thing.
There is a Gmail.
In the same
but
way
we
that
don't
people are
use
just
that.
walking around Dublin, looking at the gable-ended houses and trying to figure out which one Shane and Ray live
It's got to
in.
be a gable end.
Within walking distance of Whelans.
I
Anyway.
did post a picture of myself during the lockdown times. I posted it. I got a little clicker, a Bluetooth clicker. Remember, you were bored, you'd buy things like that. And I posted this picture, and I was jumping in the air outside my house, and then somebody wrote the number of my house was on. Say the number was 17.
Wow.
And someone went, okay, so it's number 17. Just have to find out which road. And I was like,
That's terrifying.
okay. And but then people do know where I live. Someone the other day, one time I lost my Leap card and I didn't even know I lost it. And then comedian,
Just laughing at you, the misfortune.
you're laughing at the misfortune. And then I had one of them Leap cards at my face. on.
It's a German theoretical word.
I knew you were on to
indicates
say
the misfortune of others is somehow amusing to the self.
You were glowing. I knew you were going to say that.
You said it together. It was quite beautiful. And I'm bitterly disappointed I wasn't part of it. Bitterly disappointed.
Anyway, your leap card, babe.
Yeah.
And then comedian Becky Cheetle, she messaged me because she's in some kind of WhatsApp group near my house, and she was like, "Did you lose this?" And I was like, "What the fuck is my Leap card?" And then somebody was like, "Oh, she sent me screen grabs of the chat," and someone was like, "Oh, that's him. He's a comedian." And then someone posted it in my house. No one said, "Oh, he lives in such a number." It just came in my door. So people do know. That is weird.
What does a WhatsApp group near your house mean?
Like they might be for other
Yeah.
roads.
Oh,
It's like,
okay.
this is just for this road and this road. We have our WhatsApp group here. I wouldn't join a thing like that.
I joined the neighbourhood WhatsApp group. I think it was maybe during COVID, and I got some turf out of it. I got some turf.
Was it in
Yeah, where
James's
we
Street?
were,
That's
yeah.
a fabulous one.
That's
I
a
lived
lot of drama.
Killian and I lived in the same area at one point, and it's a fabulous one where one time
Shit goes
like
down.
someone sent in the pictures of the drains, and it was full of wipes, face wipes and stuff, and baby wipes, and they were like, if anybody else wants to keep using these, we'll be happy to return your shit and wipes back to your doorstep.
Wow.
And then so there was
Holy
ongoing
shit.
with that. One guy posted weekly, every few days, about an article he's written about Buddleia. He wrote that a lot. And then
what's
one
that
day,
mean?
Buddleia is this plant that is wild and it's very damaging and grows in cracks and destroys buildings.
Okay, so it's in the neighbourhood's interest.
Kind of, but no one's really talking about Buddleia. apart from
Japanese,
that.
we do not cut.
Do not
But one
cut.
day,
Do not cut.
unprompted,
Do not cut.
having had there was no prior discussion about this. There was no we have this problem, it's ongoing, but the problem was solved. And the way they announced, we didn't know this was a problem, and it was, "Hi all, we have found the culprit who has been urinating in the planter. We consider this matter now resolved." No one even knew that anyone was urinating in the planter, and then it made me begs the question.
begs belief.
Why even
belief.
include this the matter was resolved, why share this?
Drag his ass
Could
on a
you
fucking
just-
WhatsApp group.
They never said who it was. It was on a Facebook group. It really
Wow.
was stunning.
It was the Facebook group was a lot of fun, and then it moved to a WhatsApp group because times change and things modernize.
Yeah,
and so
you
the
have
neighborhood-
to
and you
move
have
with
to
the
move
times. You'll get left behind.
But it was
Killian.
during COVID. It was intense because people were using it a lot more, and then usually it's just like for me, I was doing a lot of gardening. And then someone was like, I've got loads of turf, like, you know, a top layer of grass. And I was actually planting a load. And I was like, well, this is really handy for me.
Turf.
Yeah, just like, is that what it's
Like
called?
When you said you got a lot of turf, what
Yeah.
I thought you meant was
Peach
the
briquettes.
WhatsApp conversation trickled into transphobia. That's what I thought you were going to
No, I
give
got
us.
actual turf.
You
Actual
got
turf.
turf. Okay.
But then it's
T-U or F as opposed to T-E or F.
yes, yeah. With a little bag, I just walked over and put it in, and she was like, "Are you really going to take that with the little bag?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then
And Graham Linehan came over.
and then I was walking.
Said, need a hand with that.
Yeah, and just said, by the way, there's only 2 genders. And I was like, okay, thank you. But it was difficult because some people didn't understand I mean, a neighborhood WhatsApp group is really just information about stuff. It's not a conversation space. And the social kind of like rules of it are very vague and very unspoken. And so you'd be talking about, sometimes people might do, we're going to do like a neighborhood bingo thing. Everyone's sitting in their front garden because it's COVID and we can't talk. So someone will do it. And like, that's nice. And then someone might go, yeah, it's not even fucking real anyway, is it? Or whatever. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's just like no comment. And then someone starts sharing in memes about like the fucking, you know, this isn't real and all this kind of stuff, and masks are stupid and all that kind of thing. And then someone just eventually sends like a big long thing saying, can we please keep the neighborhood WhatsApp group to blah, 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 you know, and then
Stay on
that
topic.
gets like 20 likes and then,
Yeah.
but then nothing else. And it's just these kind of, I mean, that happens. You have to police it, but it's a very funny space to just watch. Emma Doran has a great bit about it if you want to go see
If
her
you want to
live.
go catch Emma's show, Dilemma, still touring.
Absolutely. What do you think of the new WhatsApp update showing you when people are typing down the little thing? You know,
I don't know what that is.
WhatsApp doesn't say, mine now doesn't say typing at the top. It has the 3 dots down by underneath the speech bubble. Tick, 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 tick. You know?
I think there's probably more important things you should focus your energy on.
Yeah.
Well, it has
climate
changed.
change.
It has
Climate
changed how
change.
I use WhatsApp. I used to use WhatsApp as kind of like boom, and then I'm leaving. And now I'm actually engaging in conversations. until
Tony
it
has,
flows.
you know where you can write your little status on WhatsApp? Tony has a lot of little emojis and going, I don't check notifications here. I don't see them. So he has that to let you know. And I
That's true.
support that.
Thank you very much. I mean, I do.
One
I'm
of the
lying.
most common, like some people do have them. Sometimes, is this a thing with other people? But sometimes randomly the WhatsApp status thing will just be in Polish or something. No?
Pardon?
Do you know Polish people?
No, but I know a lot of people with like Polish.
I'll tell you what I'm scared of.
Is that's not, okay, that's just me.
What is
and
that?
then
What do
also
you mean?
the other most common one is a little emoji of a frog or something like that, or just some lad who made it when he was 16 or something like that, and it just says, what a sap.
Oh,
So
yeah,
many
yeah,
guys
yeah.
have these standardized, and that's like, you'll see those all the time. Tell me if I'm crazy about the Polish thing, because I see a lot of Polish. I don't know. I do have Polish
People
friends,
post stories to WhatsApp. That's fascinating to me. There's 2 people I know.
Well, Iman.
Iman is one of them. Iman Idama, the comedian.
Great comedian.
And
Wow. He's
there's-
always got statuses
He
there.
has statuses. People post like a story. And you know, it's very dangerous because the bit where you send that, like if you want to send a picture to you, if I go, who do I want to send this to? It's so close.
Oh, yeah.
You could send anything.
Do you know what?
You could send like, you know, when you screenshot something and then you go, look at this moron is saying.
Yeah.
You could post that to your WhatsApp story. And to be honest, you'd never even know. And maybe it's already happened.
Oh my God. Oh, we need to start saying, did you mean to post that in story?
Yeah.
You know, those texts.
Oh,
that you
yeah,
tell
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Do you know what annoys me though? Is WhatsApp is kind of built to, it wants you to use it for something that it isn't. Do you know what I mean? Why isn't there, when you hit call, is it, are you sure you want to make a call? Because no one usually wants to make a call. You know, you
Yeah,
accidentally,
yeah.
should it not be, are you sure you want to make a call? Oh my God, that guy I haven't fucking spoken to in like fucking 4 years, no way. And then and it goes straight, like, it goes from accidentally hitting the button to brr, brr, and I'm like, oh my God, I've
Tony,
touched bases.
I was just thinking about you, man.
Yeah, no man.
I was
yeah.
just thinking about you. It's so weird you just called me there out of the blue because I've just spoken it for years.
No, it's a different Killian, man.
Listen, man,
No,
I'm
it's
getting
different,
married
Killian.
and
It's different Killian, sorry.
I'd love to... What?
I can't talk to you about, like, it's a different Killian, I'm sorry. Look, and we probably shouldn't be talking about what happened.
Oh, sorry.
Have you heard them fall out? Isn't that mad?
Yeah, we will.
Because we can't maintain this.
No.
What will it be like? And then what will it be
know.
like when we say we're on a gig together and then you go, how are you? How you keeping? How's Terry? Like it's going to be so weird.
Yeah.
I think we should have like a magic
What
word that
happened
we can say at that moment that just is like, all right, this is awkward. Let's deflate it. You know what I mean? Fidelio or something like that.
Fidelio is good.
And then we ride each other.
We could say
Fidelio.
Laxy Daisy. Because
Laxy-daisy.
Anna was using that yesterday instead of lackadaisical.
She was
Lackadaisical.
calling it Lexi.
She said, she's very laxy daisy. And I went, that's pretty adorable.
That's not a thing. I love when people say it was a bloody Mickey Mouse operation.
What's that from?
I don't know where it comes from. I think it's very Dublinese kind of
Yeah,
slang.
yeah, it's Mickey Mouse.
Fucking Mickey Mouse
There
shop.
was one of the drag queens on RuPaul's Drag Race who, instead of saying laissez-faire, she said flazé-da. I don't know.
amazing.
Yeah, she was like, I'm kind of flazé-da about that.
I love that.
She meant
That's
laissez-faire. Laissez-faire. Yeah.
Laissez-faire.
We went to the Gladiator 2 premiere. Now, I wouldn't be in a hurry to go back to a premiere again.
Would you
Why
not?
not?
Because I thought there was more of an event. There isn't really much of an event.
Well, you didn't do the red carpet like I did.
Well, we didn't know. We
That
went
was
in
funny.
the other
We were
door.
sitting at-
We didn't
I don't think
know.
Tony was meant to either. We were.
You were.
Really?
Yeah, because
We
Darren
were
Conway
watching
did
it
it,
in
and I
the
was like,
cinema.
"Did you just do that carpet? Did that carpet?" And he's like, "Yeah, did interview and all." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, "Yeah, we got a gold ticket." And then I looked at my ticket, which I was only EFAS +1 in the end. We could have gone down the other door.
Well, we were. Was the fun part of it was there was 2 cinema screens. So you think, oh, it's a premiere, it's just one cinema screen. There's actually 2. So all these people who care so much about status and being, in the right place in the right time, all these people who feel like, oh my God, here I am at the premiere, I'm
Yes.
better than everyone else. They enter this place and then suddenly there's a
hierarchical
hierarchy and everyone was freaking out. They were like, which is the fucking shit one? Like, I don't want to be in the shit one.
I think we were in the good one.
And we were all freaking out, and it was like, sweating. Like, are we in the shit one? Are we in the shit one? And then our man Mescal walks into our one, and me and Anna just looked at each other and was like,
No, I think he went to both screens.
I think he went into
but
both.
you know who
Yeah,
was
but
in
then he
our
said
one? Leo
about family.
Varadkar was in our one, and Lenny Abramson. So I think we probably were in the good one.
yeah, we were in the
Wow.
good one.
Yeah.
We were in the good one, and that's good.
Take that, screen 1.
And I did see.
We were in screen one.
Take that, screen 2.
I went to the bathroom and I just went in. I peeked my eyes in to see what it was like in screen 2, and it was actually it actually stank. First of all, it stank, and they were all. It was weird. They were all dressed in rags, and they just looked really horrible, and like their teeth were horrible, and they just looked pathetic. And I really thought it was an awful.
I just thought it was very strict. They make you go
And then
sit down,
everyone-
and then you make go sit down for nothing. We sat in the cinema for like 50 minutes.
We did sit there for a
Before
while,
the
and
film
they closed
came
the bar,
on.
and I couldn't get a drink.
They
and
closed
Terry,
the
Terry was
bar.
fucking livid because we had paid for a babysitter, and we can't even
Yeah.
get
Sure.
a fucking drink as soon
She
as
was
we
out.
arrived.
Yeah.
She was livid. She was even entertaining the idea of just leaving and going to somewhere, a bar, and coming back. But you know what? I enjoyed the pageantry of it all.
I loved it.
I mean, I wore a suit. Actually, I felt a bit
I
weird.
felt like I wore a suit for nothing.
I wore this.
Some
No,
people
it's
were
nice
just
to
not
dress
wearing.
up.
I know, but if not everyone's dressed up, then it didn't feel. Some people were just wearing normal clothes.
No, do you know what? I had the same feeling, right?
Leo
most-
Varadkar was wearing normal clothes.
Leo Varadkar was wearing normal clothes.
he's a
Most
former
people
Taoiseach,
were
Leo
wearing normal clothes. But afterwards, I mean, I even saw like Baz Ashmawi, and he was wearing, he's a fit guy, so he was wearing like, black t-shirt, and I was like, I was like, did you do red carpet? And he's like, no, I don't really do that stuff, And I was like, oh, cool. And I kind of felt like,
So he says,
he's
right?
a cool kind of hot dude wearing a t-shirt. And then I was kind of sitting there watching the movie, and I'm like, I fucking totally got this wrong with the suit. And then as we were driving home, I was like, do you know what? Every single person in that room, I don't think a lot of people realize this is not forever. This whole thing that we're doing is not forever. And for however long we have it, I am going to wear a fucking suit and go to the premiere. And I'm going to act like I can be there on the red carpet and be like, hi, even though I was pretty quickly ushered along it.
You guys
know
look
what I mean?
gorgeous, and I was so nice to see you guys looking great. That's what I thought was wonderful. And it's nice to dress up and have a bit of fun with your friends.
People did ask us in the DMs about what are you wearing? Where's the pics? We did get a couple of pics, and I will say they were shit.
They were terrible.
So we didn't post them.
We didn't
Yeah.
post them.
Um,
And the photographer did take a picture of me and my darling wife beside the banner, and it didn't make the cut on evoke.ie.
Okay.
So
Well, for the stars stepping out.
Someone
Stars
made a
were stepping
decision.
out.
Someone made a decision. They take your name and they go through it, and they're evoke.ie are like, who's this? Comedian Tony Cantwell. He's. It looks like he was first place Hot Press Comedian of the Year, but if you look closely, you can see it's actually second place.
place
And they're
emoji
like,
badge.
yeah, no, like I don't think he makes the cut.
I mean, not even like an album that you just click along and then
No.
just see the photo there.
No, they
You know
wouldn't
what I
even
mean?
include
They
you there.
didn't even include that, didn't they?
No.
But there was no event.
There was Olympic
There
gold
was no
medalists there. I'm not going to show
There was
up.
Olympic
I'm not going
gold
to show up in a
medalists.
tracksuit
We
when there's
covered
Olympic
them on
gold
the-
medalist.
Did that go out? It's so hard to know. Anyway, yeah, there was Olympic gold medalists. There was
You could say there was a whiff
TV
of
present-
Olympic gold medalists in the room.
TV presenters
in the room.
Anyone else good? Not really.
I mean, it was cool that Lenny
There's
Abramson
no
was
one.
there.
I saw when you sit down, they make you watch the people's interviews from the carpet, and I found that. I'm sorry. I will say I found it a bit tragic.
Yeah.
Who why are we like that?
Why would we be watching that? We're all attention-seeking, broken people. We're looking at this being like, why isn't that me right now or something? Do you know what I mean? That's what I would feel as a, So I don't know
Why
they
isn't
would
that
feel.
me? That's what
it's
you're
kind of
thinking.
like showing torture. It's like, here's someone who's more important than you.
Yes.
Well, it's just
You know what
someone
I mean?
off the radio talking, going, "Yeah, we're all proud of Paul." Like,
Did you
Obviously,
we're
hate
all proud.
watching the film because you weren't in it as well, Tony?
Not at all, because I love Paul Mescal.
Why are all
and I
these
was
guys-
he's so good in it. Can we talk
Very
about the flick?
good.
He's so fucking good in it. He's a super fucking star.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really enjoyed the film. Did you enjoy the film?
yeah, I did.
I think he was out acting Denzel in some scenes.
Denzel was very good.
He was very
He
fucking
was
strong.
so,
Was he?
so good. He was
Denzel?
swishing his cloak around.
He had good outfits.
I heard an interview with Ridley Scott, and he was like, Denzel, by the end, he was just swishing that cloak around. And that was all him. That was all Denzel. And it was like, okay, well, but it was great. He was really using the cloth. I don't know, the way he was swishing it around.
He's a swisher.
He's a swisher.
He had a quote which was he had filmed a gay kiss that was cut, and he had a great quote about it, about how hard he worked at doing it. I kissed a man on the lips, but it got cut. I think he said I think they got chicken. I kissed a guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that, he said. Apparently, he also, at the London premiere, was talking
Kissing
to the
guys, and he was like,
guys.
he was like, this is
On the
what,
lips.
this
And
is
they were
what
like-
you were missing.
You created this. You made me do this.
Very good.
bad.
Very
Thank
good.
you. I worked on that. No, apparently he was at the London premiere, and they were like, "Sorry, you need to stop now." Talking to the fans, the king is inside, and he was like, "I make my own rules," and he didn't go in and speak to the king. So,
He didn't speak to the king.
well, he did eventually,
did.
but after he talked to all the fans. So there you go. No one's gonna. He had no king
Oh,
takes
God
hierarchy.
love them. Having to. I hate that kind of processional stuff. They do it sometimes. If the president goes to the play in the Abbey, all the cast have to stand in a line and meet him and Sabina. And I know.
But it's different because he's great.
I know,
Lovely.
but I just don't believe in that. I just couldn't stand in a queue so you can meet. I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
It's good when you meet the president as a kid. I mean, that's good. I think that's
My
nice.
cousins met the president once at seemingly a social function.
Which president?
Michael D. And my little cousin, he was only like 8 maybe or 7, something like that. And everyone was taking pictures of the boys with the president, whatever. And president, obviously very nice, Michael D. And he was happy to take pictures. And then there's one, like, my cousin is like taking a picture with a big, huge SLR camera, like, and he's taking the picture. And it's just something very funny about that. But I just like the child's complete irreverence towards whoever this.
Yeah.
That's the president. Okay, whatever. Like, I don't really know what that. I don't know what it's about. But how cute, how cute, how cute.
Super cute. As you know, we met the president, Mary McAleese,
In dear form.
in dear form. In dear form.
Wait, no.
What are you talking about?
Wait, when did we meet the president?
Oh no, me and my friends in school met the president, Mary McAleese.
Oh, when you say we, that's we.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. I was sorry. I got lost in my head there a little
Yeah,
bit.
it was really strange. And then you said in deer form.
Because
I was
our
I said-
deers are
and then I
prancing
said
around.
it-
That's
and-
why I was saying maybe.
Oh, the deer
we have
versions of us. We do have deer named after us
versions
in
of
the-
us,
yeah.
as you guys may know,
In my deer
prancing
form.
around in the Phoenix Park. And I was kind of, because you said we met the president, I thought you were saying something about that, that we maybe at
And I agreed with
nighttime-
you. I was like, in deer form. And I was like, what
But I-
am I even saying?
I
Under
will
the
say I
full
would
moon.
queue up to meet on Uachtaráin if the setting was a garden party in the Oris. And there's only next year is our
the
year,
last one.
and we're going to go to a garden party.
Come on, please.
And I
The
don't
big
believe in
one.
manifesting because I am not in mental distress. But
But he will be soon.
I have no anguish.
And he will buy an
particularly.
iPad when it happens.
I will buy an iPad, and then during the iPad, I will use the iPad to download a manifesting app and pay a subscription for $12.99 a month to a thief who'd help me manifest and meditate, and then I will be in the Oris Gordon party.
It's basically a word processor, but it's got some ambient music that plays when you type in your
Yeah,
manifestation.
it's just so good to have as many subscriptions as you can to various things. Anyway, we probably should move on from this podcast because people are like, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel at this stage. What are they talking about? I don't even like this podcast anymore. So that's fair enough.
Are you gonna buy an iPad later?
How is it
Did
you
you
actually
really?
do manifest, but the wrong way? Like
What,
you,
I'm manifesting-
you literally just like pictured in your head someone listener because you weren't happy with what was coming out of your mouth right now, and you're like picturing, I actually don't like this podcast, and I'm never going to listen anymore.
Well,
you're
if I-
manifesting the wrong way.
Yeah, but if I
so if
na-
you're lying to yourself, why don't you lie yourself in the good way?
If I name it, then I can't be in trouble for it.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that off mic.
Well, it is a wonderful day because I am announcing that tickets are on sale for my first ever national tour of Ireland. I will be in Greystones, Galway, Limerick, Portlaoise, Waterford, Dundalk, Howth, Bray, Killarney, Ballycotton, Newbridge, Belfast. I will be also in Clonmel, Cork. There'll be other dates, extra dates announced.
And you can find them all in your link tree.
You can find them on my link tree. They're on sale now. Thank you guys so much. It's going to be so much fun.
Killian Sundermann has an hour. He's doing live comedy. He's doing his live.
This live comedy show, you know, as the Irish Times gave it 4 stars, they said, I can't remember the words, so I'll paraphrase, but they said he's absolutely incredible. You guys can't miss this.
Say you were there. Go to that link tree, buy a ticket, buy one for your friend, talk to your dad about buying them for you.
Talk to your dad.
And
There's
go.
never been a higher concentration of funny than in my hour-long national tour show, so I can't wait to see you guys there. It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm also on national tour, so you can buy tickets to mine as well, but not going to make a big deal of it.
Because it's his second
It's
one.
my second one, and
It's
I've
the
toured
second
internationally
one.
as well. Anyway, listen, do buy
Also, if you do
tickets to
actually want to go to a
Killian.
Christmas show, then you can check out my link tree with the Late
Where
Tony
the Young Hot Guys will be doing it on the 21st
No,
of
the
January.
Late Tony show is my own little Christmas thing, but then we're having our own. Anyway, bye.
Bye!
Bitter, attractive, very attractive.
Hot and loud.
And a little bit sad.
He was the best guy around. Oh my, is it hot in here or what?
You're an attractive guy. It's the fabulous Tony Cantwell.
I'm talking about Shane Daniel Byrne.
Killian Sundermann!